Good morning, friends, and welcome to this webinar on cloud computing and server administration. I hope I'm audible there. Can you please confirm, anyone?
Yeah, audible.
Yeah, thanks, Rupesh. Okay, so this is a webinar on multiple technologies, right? To begin with, it is on cloud computing and this server administration. Now, there are certain things we need to understand here clearly, why we have to learn multiple things, why we have to learn cloud computing as well as server administration. Can we just go with cloud computing and can we get a job, or can we make a good career, or can we just go with the server administration and can we make a career? You know, Today when you go and search for jobs, companies are looking for people who have multiple skills. They are looking for people who knows the server administration as well as then they are looking for people who knows the cloud administration. Okay, cloud computing. So if you know both the things, then you will be in more demand actually. And learning both the things together is not a big deal. Learning cloud computing and learning server administration is not at all a big deal actually, my friend. They are closely related with each other. You're not learning two different technologies here. You're learning technologies which are taking you to a one direction actually. Okay, so it's not a big deal to learn server administration and the cloud computing together. Okay, so this is a package we have designed here, and this package we have AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, Red Hat Server Administration, that will be the latest Red Hat version we will be learning on it, and we have the Windows Server Administration also. Okay, so let us try to see what is this package and what are these courses and what we are going to learn in this particular package. Okay, so before I go there, before we see what exactly in this package, let me just introduce myself here. Say friends, I am Shakeel here. I'm Shakeel Aman. Okay, I have overall 14 plus years of experience in this IT industry. Okay, I have started my career way back in 2009, actually 2009, 2010. And when I started my career as a Windows administrator. With Windows administrator, I did my networking administration also. Okay, so that was the time when Windows administration and network administration was in more demand. I'm talking about 2009, 2010. Now when we are in 2025, if you want to start your career in IT, one of the best way to start your career in IT is by learning Windows Server Administration, Network Administration, and the Linux Server Administration. It was good in 2009-10. It is good in 2025. It will be good in 2030. It will be good in 2040. We simply cannot imagine computer networks. We simply cannot imagine any technology without servers and without the networks. Whether it is cloud computing or DevOps or cyber security, or if you're a programmer, you still need to know the server administration. There, you still need to know about the servers. So when I started my career way back in 2009, 2008, I started from Windows, Linux, and the networking part. Today also, my friend, like I said you, it's great if you start your career from this particular server administration and the network administration part. Okay. And you know what I did later on in my career? In network administration, actually, I went up to expert level, like CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, all those things. Okay. But after completing the Linux administration and all these things, after having some experience on this, I went into virtualization technology. I'm not sure how many of you know about virtualization technology, but I can say one thing about virtualization technology as of now. Virtualization technology is the backbone of cloud computing. Without virtualization technology, my friend, there is absolutely no cloud computing. So virtualization technology demand was at its peak from let's say 2007-8 up to 2017-18 or up to let's say 19 also. But in last 4-5 years, because of the cloud computing, virtualization technology has taken a bit back step. But virtualization technology is indeed the backbone of cloud computing. So we will have some discussion on virtualization technology. We have some concepts there to understand actually, because if you understand the virtualization technology, you can understand the cloud computing. This is such a big thing. So we are not going to take, let's say, 30 classes on virtualization technology. We'll take a couple of classes and we'll just try to understand the technology. We are not understanding anything deeper there that is not needed for cloud people. Only understanding the technology is mandatory. Okay. Now with this virtualization technology, I have, pretty much experience on security. Whenever I talk about computer networks, whenever I talk about data, applications, users, servers, all these things, one of the most common thing when people talk about is security. Security is indeed mandatory for every company, right? Without security, the company servers are not secure. Without security, the company's data is not secure. If the data is not secure, if the applications are not secure, then the business is completely down. Okay, so I have experience on the security, and for last 6 7 years, 2016 actually, 2016 17, I am on cloud computing. Okay, you must be wondering here actually why I have done that many things or this many things in my career. Listen, my friend, when I say Windows admin, network admin, Linux admin, virtualization, security, cloud computing, I'm saying all these things are interconnected with each other. All these things are related with each other. They are closely related with each other. When I started learning cloud computing was very easy for me to understand. Cloud computing was looking very, very easy for me. What was the reason why cloud computing was easy for me? The reason was before cloud computing, I already know the virtualization. Before cloud computing, I already know the server administrations and the network administration and all those things. So cloud computing is a concept actually. Cloud computing is a technology where we have we are using previous technologies. In cloud computing, we should know the networking part. In cloud computing, we should know the server part. In cloud computing, we should know the security part, virtualization part, storage part. Cloud computing is a technology where this many modules are there. Actually, this is why cloud computing is such a, you know, demanding technology and such an interesting technology to learn. We are not learning only one particular thing here. We are learning multiple technologies. We are learning multiple different things in cloud computing. Cloud computing. That is what it makes more interesting. And like I said, that is what it makes more in demand actually. Okay. I repeat, my knowledge on Windows servers, network, Linux, virtualization, and security. It made me learning the cloud computing concept more easier, and hopefully my knowledge will, it will be helpful for me to present the cloud computing concept in much more easier way for you. Okay, so overall, this is my experience, my friend. These are the expertise I have. So hopefully my experience will be very much useful for you so that I can explain things in the best and the perfect way. Okay, fine. So this is about me. Now, coming to this package, like I said, there are three courses. There are three technologies here, right? Three courses, let's say. Amazon Web Services, Red Hat Linux Server Administration, and Windows Server Administration. Now, AWS, I'll be taking AWS classes. Red Hat Linux Server Administration, I'll be taking Red Hat Linux Server Administration classes. So both these classes will be live classes. AWS every day, live sessions will be there. Red Hat Server Administration every day, live sessions will be there. But friends, once you are done with AWS and the Linux server administration, you can simply go with Windows Server Administration with ease. So Windows administration, what I do here is I have some recorded sessions. Previously, I have taken some Windows Server Administration. So whatever sessions I have, the recorded sessions, I'll provide you the recorded sessions. So if you know the Linux administration, Windows administration is not a big deal to learn, my friend. For example, in our server administration, there are certain things we learn, like we learn about user and user management, group and group management, file permissions, okay, monitoring, and disk management. Okay, so there are certain more things we learn here. So what about this user, group, file permissions, monitoring, disk management, and all those things? All these things we are learning in Red Hat Linux Server Administration, and the same thing we are going to learn in the Windows Server Administration. The difference between Windows and Linux administration is majorly the configuration. Theoretical concepts are majorly same, okay, but the difference is practicals. So Linux server operating system practicals are commands based practicals, and Windows server operating system practicals are graphical practicals. So obviously commands will take more time for you to understand. You need proper guidance actually. You need proper training to learn Red Hat Linux server administration. Let me do one thing. I'll just open my server. I have some Linux servers already installed in my machine. So I can show you like how the Linux server operating system works there. So let me just take one of my existing server here, which I'm taking for some other batch at some other time. Okay, so it will come up in next couple of minutes. So meanwhile, what I was trying to explain you was Red Hat server administration and Windows server administration. Theoretically, majority of concepts are same. But practically, Red Hat server administration is all about commands and commands and commands. It's a command line interface. Windows Server operating system is more graphical. So if you just go through my recorded sessions of Windows Server administration, that will be more than enough for you. But for Linux administration, I need to be there with you. I need to explain each and every step with more ease and more clarity. So Linux Server administration, I have decided to go with live classes as well as AWS, I'll go with the live classes and every class will be recorded here, my friend. You know, today's session is also recorded actually. The recording has already started. So literally every session will be recorded and every session we will share with you. Besides sharing the running notes and many other stuffs, we will share each and every recorded session with you. Initially, 2-3 classes are available on YouTube. DURGASOFT people have the YouTube channel. So the initial 2-3 classes will be uploaded on YouTube. But after that, every session will be shared with you directly through a Google Drive. So once you register for this package, every course will be shared with you through Google Drive. Okay. One more thing before I move, I just want to add one more thing here. That is AWS plus RHEL, Red Hat Server Administration plus Windows Server. You know, as of now, the total fees for this package is, this is only for this much. You know, if you go with these individual courses, you may be spending around 20,000 or so, or at least let's say 15 to 18,000 easily you'll be spending for these 3 courses. But you know, this package, we have AWS administration, Red Hat Linux server administration, and Windows server administration only for 6,999 Indian rupees. So just try to keep this in mind before you decide, like, you know, what to do with your career. If you want to start your career in the IT industry, this is the best package, my friend. This package will, give the exposure for you on many things like cloud computing, server administrations, Windows and Linux. And I'll just take you to a bit more details of networking also in coming classes. So overall, it makes you ready to work in a company. It makes you ready to attend interview literally in any company on the face of the earth. Like I said, there are many companies today, they need server administrators like Linux server administrators. There are many companies who needs a Windows administrator today. There are many companies who needs the Amazon Web Services administrator, the cloud administrators. But if you know all these 3 technologies in next 2 to 3 months, if you learn this in next 2 to 3 months, you're eligible to get a job in all the 3 companies. You're not restricting yourself. For example, if you want to apply for a job on AWS, you're restricting yourself, right? Maybe out of 100, maybe let's say today, there are 30 companies who have posted jobs regarding AWS. Only 30 companies, for example. Remaining, let's say another 30 companies have posted job on Windows servers. Another 40 companies, they have posted job on Red Hat servers. But if you know all these 3 things, you can apply for jobs in 30, 30, 40. You can apply jobs in all the 100% companies, right? That's a great advantage to have. Okay, so you can apply for jobs in multiple companies on different job roles. You're not restricting yourself on a particular job role, my friend. Always remember that's a great thing to have. If you have multiple options with you, it's a great thing to have. For example, if you go to some restaurant and just imagine if that restaurant is providing only one dish. Let's say they are providing only burger, maybe, or let's say they are providing only biryani, or let's say they are providing only butter chicken, something like this. It's not easy to go to that restaurant every day, right? Because you're offering only one dish. So what restaurants will do, they will offer you 30, 40, 50 different dishes so that you have the option. So we should have the options, right? Options are always great. If you have multiple options, it will be easy for you to select a better option for you. So learning this package will provide you multiple options and multiple opportunities, my friend. I have designed this package. Actually, I have designed the package in such a way that whatever is the demand today in market, whatever companies are looking for, everything is literally added in this particular package. Okay, so you're getting more job opportunities. You can apply for different job roles only in one company. Different job roles, let's say 6 to 7 different job roles only in one company. Maybe you're very good in AWS, and if you're a bit weaker in server administration, still you can get a job in that company. If you're very good in server administration, if you're a bit weak in AWS for some reason, whatever the reason it can be, you are still eligible to get a job there. Okay, so just try to think about this package. It's a great package to start your career. And the other thing that I just want to highlight here is this. The fees is only 6,999 INR. So I'll be handling all the three courses, my friend. Like I said, you AWS will be live classes. Red Hat will be live classes every day, and Windows administration will be some recorded classes. Okay. Fine. So this is something about this package. Now let us move to few things. Let us see a few deeper things now. And I just want to say one thing. This is a live session. It should be very interesting session. It's up to you to make this session interesting actually. If you are interacting with me, the session should be very interesting actually. There is a chat box there. I'm just sending a message in chat box. I just said India there. So I hope everyone can see this message. So if you have any doubt, please feel free to send your message in the chat box so that you can clear your doubts. This is the best time for you to clear every doubt you have about this technology. I am assuming most of you are freshers here, or maybe you're having like say a couple of years of experience in some other technology. Okay, but overall, I'm assuming most of you are freshers here. So take this opportunity to clear each and every doubt you have regarding cloud computing or server administration or anything related to this particular IT industry. I'm more than happy to assist you. I'm more than happy to help you here. Okay, friends, done. Let's go and let's see more about cloud and this. So what I did here is to make this session more interesting, I have just, added certain questions here. These are the questions we regularly see in our demos or webinars. And if you go to Google and search very common questions on cloud computing, these are the common questions you will get on cloud computing and the server administration. So I've just taken those questions here and I'll be answering these questions actually. And beside these questions, if you have any other question, my friend, like I said, you just try to send your question in chat box. I'll be addressing your question at the earliest. Okay. Now, the first and the most famous question here is what is cloud computing? Why it is so famous actually, right? Why it is so much in demand? Till 2017-18, see, cloud computing started actually in the year 2006. But it became more common, it became more in demand from the year 2018 actually. 2018, 2019, it became more famous. Just try to remove 1.5 year of COVID and all those things. So overall from 18, 19, it is in huge demand. One of the most, demanding technology for last 5, 6 years is cloud computing. And one of the most demanding technologies for many, many, many years to come will be cloud computing. Okay. So what is this cloud computing? Let me just try to address in a very simple and easy way. See, there is a concept called, or there is a machine called server. We simply cannot imagine computer network without a server. We simply cannot imagine internet without a server. We simply cannot imagine using our mobile phones without a server. No server, no internet, no mobile phones, no computers, no companies, no business, nothing. Everything is based on server. Now, how we can take server or from where we can take server? What is server? That's a very big discussion, but right now let me just put things in very simple and easy way. If you want to take a server, actually, my friend, you can take server in two ways. One is you can go with physical server, and the second way is you can go with virtual server. Now, the big question here is why to take server, first of all. Let me just go to a scenario here. Say this is your server scenario, my friend. See, there is a server here. You can see clearly there is a server hardware, right? There is a server hardware here. And on top of this server hardware, there is a server operating system. And top of this server operating system, some applications or services are running. Say from morning, how many mobile applications you have used? I can say maybe you have used WhatsApp, maybe Instagram, maybe you ordered some breakfast by using Swiggy or Zomato. Maybe you book a cab for someone by using Ola or Uber. What else? Maybe you went to, let's say, Netflix or Hotstar. Okay. What else you have in your mobile phone? Maybe you paid some money by using Phone Pay or Google Pay, right? Literally everything is a application there. Whatever we are connected on the mobile phone from morning or yesterday or before yesterday, last week, month, year, whatever, everything comes under application and services. Have you ever imagined, my friend, where these applications are running actually, where these applications are running, where they are configured? You know, every application, literally every application or anything which is there on the internet is actually running on this server operating system. This server operating system can be Windows server operating system, or it can be Linux server operating system. Job done. It can be Windows or it can be Linux. And this Windows or the Linux operating system is running on a server hardware. Server resources should be there. Server hardware should be there, like RAM, CPU, hard disk, and all the other things. So if you have a proper server hardware and if you have a server operating system, then you can run the application and then you can run your business, my friend. So the question is, from where we can take our server hardware? See, there are two ways in which we can take our server hardware. One is you can go with all physical server or you can go with all virtual server. Physical server means it is something like your CPU. It is something like your laptop, a bigger than laptop. Virtual server means a virtual server we can take from cloud. What is virtual server? Virtual server we can take from cloud provider. Let me just show you few differences between physical server and virtual server. Hopefully these differences will be more than enough for you to understand how important and how big is cloud computing. For example, imagine in your company, let's say you need 100 servers, 100 servers to run 100 applications. Okay. You know how much money you need to spend for this 100 servers? Roughly, you are spending 3 CR, 3 crore Indian rupees to buy how many servers? To buy 100 servers. And by the way, 100 server company is not even a medium level company. It's a small company. Medium level company can have 500, 700, 1,000 servers. Big companies can have 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 10,000 servers. So like this, we have many servers here. Okay, so minimum 100 servers, how much money you are spending here? 3 crore rupees. How much? 3 crore rupees. But what if I say, like, you can take 100 servers, you can take 100 servers by spending $0 or 0 rupees. Sounds crazy, right? One side, I'm saying you need to spend some crores of rupees to bring 100 servers. Other side, I'm saying you just need to spend nothing in a way to bring 100 servers. Which one is correct actually? Both are correct. They both are exactly correct. So which one is correct here? Both are correct. So before cloud computing era, or before the cloud computing technology, people used to buy the server. Physically, they used to take the server and they used to spend some crores and crores of rupees. It was very difficult for them to spend that much money actually. You know, my friend, before even the business started actually, they are spending crores of rupees. But today, because of cloud computing, they're not spending any amount on day one. They are taking servers. They're taking servers from somewhere and they are simply using the servers for their applications. Such a big difference is there, right? I'll take one common example here. For example, imagine, my friend, you're traveling to some city for work. Let's say you're traveling to Dubai. You got a job in Dubai. You're moving to Dubai for, let's say, a couple of years, or let's say 4 years. And there is a scenario. If you want to go to Dubai, there are two options available there. One option is you should go to Dubai and you should buy some property because you need to live there for like 2 years, 3 years, right? You need to buy some property. And the second option here is you just need to take a property on rent. Tell me, which option will you prefer? 99% people will prefer the rent option, right? Because it's not so easy to buy a property in Dubai. It will be too costly. So you will be renting a property. Renting a property is much more cheaper, much more lesser in cost compared to buying a property. Same logic we can apply here, my friend. If you want to take 100 servers, you can buy 100 servers, or you can take 100 servers on rent. Taking 100 servers on rent will be much more easier compared to buying 100 servers, right? So server is a backbone of our computer network. Servers are the places where the applications are running, the services are running: email application, web application, file application, database application, banking application, social media applications, gaming applications. Literally everything is running on server. So from where you're taking server, my friend, whether go with physical server or a virtual server, it's up to you. So today, if you go and see any company, companies will have virtual servers for sure. Okay, companies are running their applications literally on virtual servers. So virtual servers we can take from cloud. Virtual servers we can take from cloud. That is much more easier on the company's budget. Okay, so that they can start the company and they can, focus on some other things instead of focusing majorly on spending money on servers. This is such a big relief for companies, my friend. This is what cloud computing is all about. Cloud computing means a company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. Now, can you please tell me any bigger company than Amazon, Microsoft, and Google? Maybe no, right? So these companies, and there are many more companies actually, but let us just focus on Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. You know what these companies will do? They will provide you cloud computing. They will provide you cloud services. Now, what it means? It means they have data centers available. They have data centers available, and from their data centers, they will provide you the virtual servers. And when I say data center, I'm talking about this particular data center, my friend. See, yeah, she is working somewhere. And what you see, these black color boxes and all those things, these are actually your servers. Okay, this is not a bigger image or bigger photo. Let me just show you something which is, you may feel this is something like a image from some, Hollywood movie or maybe some South Indian movie. No, this is actually a real data center. This is a real data center which is somewhere in Amazon. And the size of the data center can be bigger than 20 football grounds, 30 football grounds combined. I'm not talking about the gully football grounds, the gully cricket grounds. I'm talking about the actual grounds. So just imagine the size of the data center. So what Amazon will do, they will say, listen, this is the data center we have in this country, in this continent, in this city. You can connect to a data center and use whatever you want to use. You want to use 20 servers, take 20 servers. You want to take 2000 servers, take 2000 servers. Just take servers and pay money monthly. Some minimum charges will be there. We just need to pay that much money. So day one, we are not spending any money. Slowly and steadily, whatever we use, for that, we need to pay some charges. So this concept is such a beautiful and such a successful concept, my friend. Literally every company started moving into cloud. Today, if I say, today is what, 14th February 2025, I can say every company on the face of the earth is at least partially connected to cloud. I repeat, they are at least partially connected to cloud. If not fully, I'm saying partially. There are many companies who are running everything on cloud, but at least, few companies are running the servers within the company as well as they are running the servers over the cloud. So these are the data centers, my friend. These are the data centers we have across the globe. See the size of the data center. This is too big to imagine, right? Let me show you one more data center here. See, you know how much money they will spend for this data center? I'll give an example. See, I stay in Hyderabad city actually. So I can give the example of Hyderabad city. Amazon people have a data center in Hyderabad. You know that, right? Amazon, Microsoft, many companies have data centers in India and many people have the data centers in Hyderabad city. You know how much money Amazon is spending on Hyderabad data center? Wow, there is some money, right? 36,000 crore Indian rupees they are spending on Hyderabad data center. And by the way, Hyderabad data center is not their biggest data center. They have data centers in, Singapore, Australia, Dubai, South Africa, many places in South America, many places in North America, many cities in, Europe, Russia, China, Japan, Thailand, New Zealand. They have data centers in many, many countries and many, many cities. But only in the Hyderabad data center, how much money they are spending? 36,000 crore they are spending to establish a data center like this. What you see right on your screen is indeed a data center. 36,000 crore is, wow, some money, right? So why they are spending that much money? Because that much is the demand today. Literally that much is the demand. So they are spending that much money and they are getting that much money also. They are earning more than that. Okay, they are spending 36,000 crores and they are earning many times than that actually. But for me as a cloud user, it's a win-win situation for me. Why it is it's a win-win situation for everyone actually. I am taking servers on lease or rent by spending little amount, and they are providing me servers on lease and rent by taking little amount. But why they are taking less amount? If they are spending 36,000 crores, they have to like charge a lot of money from us, right? No, by taking very less money from our company, Amazon company is still getting lot of profit. Microsoft, Google, and all the other cloud providers, they are still getting lot of profit, lot of benefit there. Got it? So this is cloud computing, my friend. We just need to, take servers from the cloud provider and we just need to run our applications. At the end of the day, this is the story of our internet. Okay. So what we are learning here, we are learning about this server administration. We are learning about Windows and Linux server administration, and this is your cloud. What else you need? What else you need to get a job? What else you need to start your career in IT? This is the best way to start your career in IT, my friend. Got it? So I hope you understood what is cloud computing now. Cloud computing is a way in which we can take some servers and some resources like, servers, storage, networking devices, firewalls, all these things from a company like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, and we can use them. And we can simply use them. Normally you see in India, whenever someone is getting married, what they do? They will bring some Audi or Mercedes just for one day, right? So that, they can go to the function hall from the home and they can come back to the function only for like one day. They book some Audi or Mercedes. Can they take Audi and Mercedes, everyone, every house? No, right? Only for a special occasion, they are spending less money and they are bringing the Audi for themselves just for one day. This is a very relatable, example with cloud computing. Everyone cannot take servers. Everyone cannot take Mercedes. So what we can do, we can take a server on lease. We can take a server on lease for 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years or 20 years. It's up to our requirement. Done? Now, let us go to the second question. Prerequisites for cloud computing. My friend, if this is the first class for you in your life, or this is the first class for you on a cloud technology, actually, if you have zero knowledge, no issues. This is the first session. Today you have started learning about cloud computing, my friend. There are absolutely no prerequisites needed. Whatever prerequisites we need, I'll just try to cover everything. So don't worry about any prerequisites. If you just have a computer and an internet connection, you are 100% eligible for this cloud computing, my friend. Done. You're coming from BCom background, Bachelor of Arts background, civil engineering, MBA in marketing, or maybe you did BBA, or maybe let's say you're an MBBS doctor, or let's say you did some LLB. It doesn't matter. You just need to have a degree. At least a bachelor's degree is more than enough for you to start learning cloud computing and the server administration. Clear? Now, what to learn in cloud? See, the syllabus is already provided. You can just go through the syllabus in great details, but let me just highlight certain things. What you want to learn in cloud computing? You need to learn about servers. You need to learn about networking. You need to learn about storage. You need to learn about security. You need to learn about a service called IAM. Okay. And then, we have certain things that we need to understand here, like, monitoring services, etc. So if you know these major modules, you are 100% eligible to get a job in any company on the face of the earth. I'm saying networking here. When I say networking, it will take around 10 classes. When I say server, it will take around 12 to 13 classes. I'm not adding each and every point there. I'm just trying to put certain major things here so that you get the perfect idea what exactly you're going to learn in cloud. So if you're good in these 4 or 5 modules, let's say 5 to 6 modules, I can challenge you that you will be eligible to get a job in any company. Every company today who is looking for a cloud administrator as a fresher or as a 2 3 years of experienced person, they will simply focus the interview on these topics. If you are good in these topics, great, done, you're selected. So this is a major focus for us. Okay, now what next after cloud computing, my friend? After cloud computing, you can go with, let's say, DevOps, you can go with cyber security, you can go with cloud security, etc. In cloud also, we have like different certifications. We have different certifications available in cloud. So there are plenty of options and plenty of opportunities available in cloud. And once you are done with cloud, once you started your work in cloud, you can still go with many other things actually. If you're learning about cloud computing and related technologies, next 20 years is also not sufficient actually. That many things, that many options are available. It's a great thing to have many options. Again, I'm repeating, it's always a great thing to have multiple options with us. Okay, so these are some of the basic questions, or these are some of the most common questions I get every time. So hopefully I have answered them correctly, and hopefully you understood the answers actually. Okay, if you still have any doubt, like I said, you chat box is always open there, my friend. Now let me just quickly go into the server administration part so that we can address few questions from server administration. Like what is Linux here? And it's an operating system, right? It's a server operating system. Linux is a server operating system. As of today, if you go to the internet, my friend, 80% of applications, so let's say 85% of applications over the internet are running on Linux server. Linux is mandatory if you want to become a programmer, a developer, a coder. Linux is mandatory if you want to become a cloud computing administrator, if you want to go into DevOps, if you want to go into cyber security, if you want to go into ethical hacking. Literally, Linux is mandatory. I'm not saying basics. I'm saying Linux server administration is mandatory for you. You simply cannot imagine an interview call if there is no Linux mentioned in your resume. I repeat, you may be AWS certified person, but still you will not get an interview call if you're not mentioning Linux server administration in your resume. This is such a big thing, my friend. Linux server administration is indeed one of the most demanding job or one of the most demanding technologies for last 3 4 decades, from 1990s till 2025. And from today, if I just think about 2050, maybe after 25 years, Linux will be one of the most demanding technologies to learn. It is just the backbone of all the other technologies. Every technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud, blockchain, cloud computing, DevOps, cyber security, programming, any programming, everything is running on Linux. Got it? Everything is running on the Linux administration or Linux servers. Now, who is eligible to learn Linux? No one. Every person who is a fresher, they can learn Linux. There is no need to have any, coding language or programming language. Normally, when people talk about Linux, they think like, okay, Linux is everything about commands. Okay, let me just show you. I think the Linux server is ready by now. Yeah, so let me just connect to my Linux server here. Great. So see here, my friend, this is your Linux server. If I say ls here, it will show me something. If I say ls-l here, it will show me something. What you see right now on your screen is a Linux server operating system. Let me just show you cat/etc/os release. Can you see here? This is your Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.4 version. This is the latest version. If you're learning Linux with 9 version, 9.x, x can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. This is the latest version you are learning. If you're learning Linux before 9 version, that is a older version, like 8 version, 7 version, 6 version. They are older versions and they are literally in a way outdated very soon. The latest version is Red Hat Linux 9.x version. So this is what we need to learn. Okay, this is the Linux administration we need to learn. Okay, everything is command here, but the commands are so properly designed. If you follow certain logics, it will not be difficult for you to learn the administration part. So right now, this is my Linux server. This is the way you will be connected to the company. This is the way you will be working in the company. Got it? So don't worry about the administration and all those things. Just try to concentrate like, okay, is it mandatory to learn Linux? It is indeed mandatory to learn the Linux server administration. And what are the prerequisites? Like I said, nothing, my friend. No prerequisites needed here. And what to learn in Linux? Uh, Users, groups, file permissions, group permissions, okay, monitoring tools, process management, disk management, backups, scheduling tasks, that is called automation, learning services like DNS, DHCP, okay, managing your disk. These are the very common things a Linux administrator will do in their day-to-day life. Okay, let me just take you to the syllabus once. This is our complete package. See, this is the package of Linux, AWS, and Windows. Let me just go through this. This is your Linux. This is your AWS. This is your Windows. It looks a bit bigger here, but my friend, if you follow certain, method in learning, things will be very simple and very easy. Let me just go through some of the things here. When you start working in a company, your responsibility can be on, let's say, file and directory permissions. You'll be learning many things. You'll be learning about user management, group management. You'll be learning about disk management. You'll be learning about, YUM or DNF. You'll be learning about backup and restore. You'll be learning about NICTM. You'll be learning about automation. Many things you're learning. But what I'm trying to show you here is once you start working in a company, your responsibility maybe is on file and directory permission. Some other person responsibility can be there on backup and restore. Some other person responsibility can be there on FTP server. Some other person responsibility can be there on access control list. Some other person responsibility can be there on, let's say, soft link and hard link. You will be learning many things, but when you start working in a company, your work will be there on one or two services. So always say one thing actually, learning is a bit difficult, working is the most easy. But you can make learning also easy if you follow certain steps, if you follow certain method here. Okay, so learning is indeed always a bit difficult compared to working. I know how to drive a car. You know how to drive a car. Now, driving a car today in a city or highway is not a big deal for us, right? But remember when we started learning how to drive a car, it was not so easy. Forget about car or a bike. Just think about a bicycle. When we started learning the bicycle, how many times we have fallen down? That's a very natural thing, right? Learning will be a bit challenging. Working will be super easy. So next 2 to 3 months, if you can spend time with me for next 2, 3 months, and if you follow everything what I try to say here, my friend, next 15, 20 years, this concept that you are learning here will be there with you till the rest of your career actually. These concepts will not change. Some minor changes can be happening, but overall, the concept will remain same forever. Okay, so there are certain things where we need to focus more because these are the things which are used literally in every company. Okay, these are the things which are used literally in every company on the face of the earth. So we just need to be smart here. We just need to be very, smart in learning also. Normally people try to learn everything. Not needed, my friend. There is no need to learn everything because everything is not used in a company. For example, I'm in Hyderabad. Let's say if there is a restaurant in Hyderabad, what they try to make in restaurant? Obviously, this one of the famous dish actually in Hyderabad, right? But suppose if you go to a country like, let's say, Brazil, what you're expecting in Brazil? Do we see biryani in every restaurant in Brazil? No, so we need to understand the demand actually, right? Where exactly is the demand? So biryani demand is in majorly in India and majorly in Hyderabad city, right? So we just need to understand the demand so that we can have proper supply there. So wherever there is a demand, they need a supply also, right? So the demand of cloud administrators, Windows administrators, and Linux administrator is there literally in every company on the face of the earth. And the second thing is what exactly they are looking for, what exactly they are looking in a person, in a candidate. They are looking certain things. If you are good in these things, you will be good in all the other things. So they're not looking for a person who can make new things. We are not scientists here. We are not, launching any rocket into Mars or space or anything. We just need to learn what is already designed there. Like for example, if I go to Linux operating system again, see, I'm adding a user here with the name, let's say user at Sunita. User Sunita is added here. User add Rupesh. Rupesh is added here. Can I say add user, let's say Alu Arjun? What it says? Add user option is not here. User add option is here. So we just need to learn the things which is there. We are not adding anything from our side. We just need to make things, we just need to learn the things which is already available. Just try to make things more easier for ourselves. Okay. I'll take last example here before I take questions from your side. For example, see, we can see Linux, Windows, and AWS. I have highlighted this in a color. It's in a green color. Can I change the color? Can I change from green to, let's say, blue? Done. Can I change from blue to, let's say, red? Done. Easy, right? How I'm able to change these colors? The option is available here, my friend. The option is available. There's the reason I'm able to change. But if the option is not available, what I can do? Nothing. So whatever options are available, those options we need to know, and how to use them, that we need to know. Same logic applies in AWS, Red Hat Server Administration, and the Windows Administration. Same logic applies here. Everything is already designed there. We are not adding anything from our side. We are simply learning what is the technology, how to use the technology, when to use the technology, how to configure the technology, how to troubleshoot the technology. That's it. How it is designed, the same way we need to learn. Okay. So before I take any questions from your side, if you have any, I just want to say one thing. This is a package where I have designed AWS, Linux, and the Windows administration, three different courses because there is a demand. And don't feel like, okay, we are learning three things. Can we do this or not? Absolutely, you can do everything, my friend. It's a very simple and logical technology. You just need to follow some basics. And if you're able to follow the basics, there is nothing in cloud, nothing in Red Hat server, nothing in Windows servers that you feel is like difficult. Okay, I can say 90%, 85 to 90% things are more logical. There are obviously some topics which you may feel like, oh, we need to spend a bit extra time here. I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm saying a bit extra time. If you can spend, let's say, instead of 2 hours, if you can spend 3 hours, done. You can learn the technology. One of the most common problem with everyone who start learning is they just start go and learn cloud computing directly, or let's say they start learning DevOps or cyber security directly. No, my friend, that's not the way to start your career. There is a particular process we need to follow. I'm actually very lucky to follow a particular process in 2008-9 when I started learning from all the basics, and then I slowly moved into the advanced in the expert level. So if you follow a particular process, things will be super easy for you to learn. Okay. So this is just a webinar. Today we just try to understand like, why this package, what are the options available, what are the opportunities available in all those things. But our regular classes will start from Monday. Okay. At 9 a.m. This is your AWS class. Monday, 9 a.m. AWS class. And coming to the Linux administration, my friend, soon I will start Linux administration also. After starting AWS within a week or 10 days, I'll start Linux administration probably before 9 a.m. or after 9 a.m. or in the evening also. I have classes in evening after 7 till 10. I take 3 to 4 sessions in evening. I take 2, 3 sessions in morning. So, I can start Linux at any time. It can be morning. It can be early morning as early as 6 a.m. or it can be in evening as late as, let's say, 10 p.m. So it's up to you. You can join any class at any time. So whether it is AWS or Linux administration, you will definitely get your recordings there. And in case if you miss any class for some reason, marriage, functions, emergency, health emergency, whatever the reason it can be, you will get the recording. So before you come to the next class, you can easily go through the recording and you can come to the next class. So I'll be providing all the options and all the advantages for you that you deserve as a fresher or that you deserve while you learn something. Okay. One more thing, I'll be sharing my WhatsApp number hopefully after a couple of days, because whenever you have any doubt, you can simply ping me on my WhatsApp number to get some small tips and small points there. So hopefully those tips will be more than enough for you to understand the technology and learn the technology. So I'll be providing the WhatsApp number. That is the number I'm using for many years. People who did some courses with me, let's say 5 years before, they still ping me to get some suggestions or to clear some doubts and everything. So I'll just try to do everything that is possible from my side. Okay. I'll be conducting AWS classes, Linux server administration classes, as well as I'll be providing you the Windows server administration classes. The only thing I need is focus and punctuality from your side. Why I'm saying punctuality? Because every class is connected to the other class, my friend. If today is, let us say, class number 13th, if you miss this class, maybe there are many things you cannot understand in class number 14 because class number 13th is connected to 14. So in case if you miss this class, like I said, we will provide you recordings. Once you finish the class, within couple of hours, you will get your recordings. Job done. So it will be super easy for you to follow every session there. Minimum 5 days a week, we will take a session. If needed, Saturday also I take a class. Sundays will be off. No class on Sunday, but minimum 5 days a week. So these are some of the things I just try to focus on. The timetable and the materials what I provide, the running notes what I provide. Okay, so it will be more than easy for you to follow every session. Again with that, the recording sessions will be offered. So everything you will get in that particular phase that they have allocated right now. 6999 INR. Okay, so like I said, regular classes will be there on Monday at 9 a.m. So over to you now, friends. If you have any doubts, any questions regarding this package or anything about this package or anything about this technology, feel free to interact with me. Not only today, my friend, till the end of the course, make sessions interesting by interacting. I always say this. If you're interacting, if you're sending the questions, the sessions can go a bit deeper. Okay. Done. So that's it from my side, friends. I'm here for you for a couple of minutes. Any questions we will see. Else we can stop the session for today and we'll meet again on Monday. Okay, there is a question here. What salaries we can expect? See, salaries are all depend on the country or the company where you're working actually, my friend. I can say one thing, you can apply for a job on level 1 and level 2 for sure. Okay. Maybe a company can offer you a package of, let's say, 4 lakh per annum, or for the same course, for the same technology, a company can offer you 10 lakhs per annum. It all depends on the company where you're working. So there is no fixed salary. Like, in government sector, if you become a teacher, if you work in education department, this is a fixed salary for everyone. If you are in health department, this is a fixed salary for everyone, right? That's a government sector. But in the private sector, my friend, it's not fixed. It depends on the company. You know what I suggest you? As a fresher, if you get a job anywhere, just try to grab it. Don't think about the salary too much. Okay. Maybe you're lucky enough, you'll be getting extra salary. That means, whatever you're looking for, you may get that much. But, if you get a bit lesser also, for example, if you're looking for 8 lakh per annum package, and if you're getting only 5.5 lakh per annum, take this. Because, after a couple of years or after, let's say, 18 months, you can demand a salary. After 18 months, you'll be called as a experienced person. You'll be having more experience there, right? So don't worry about the packages and salaries and all those things. If you know the technology, you will get the technology for sure. you will get the job for sure. Okay, so anything else, friends? Any other question? Okay, shall we get some interview related questions? Of course, whenever I go with a topic, I'll just go with a set of questions. I will say, okay, this is the topic, and from this topic, you will face a lot of interview questions. So you just need to note down that particular topic. And at the end of the course, I'll show you where exactly the interview questions can be there. I'll share some questions with you. Interview questions will be common everywhere, my friend. If you are somewhere in Bhubaneswar right now, or if you are somewhere in Ahmedabad, if you are somewhere in, let's say, Kolkata, if you are somewhere in, let's say, somewhere in Jammu, Kashmir, or Kerala. And if you go outside, let's say Brazil, Russia, China, interview questions will be same and interview questions will be similar. Every company where you face the interview, you will face similar questions because the technology is same everywhere, right? If the Linux server goes to Brazil, it will not change. If the Linux server goes to Japan, it will not change. So I will share the interview questions whenever is needed. Or once I finish the course, I'll share most of the interview questions that you need actually. I'll share the resumes also so that you can prepare your resume properly and you will get the actual idea like what questions they are going to ask you in the interviews. You might have seen the movie Three Idiots, right? If you know that movie, Amir Khan movie, or if you have seen in some other regional language like Telugu, Tamil, or some other language, there is one very famous scene there. Like when Amir Khan was moving out of the classroom, he was asking for the bag and he asked a bag in a different way, right? So what I'm trying to show you here is interviews are something like that. We should not answer a definition in interview. They are not testing our memory that we have already, passed in our school days, right? In school days, what we used to do, we just coming to me, I used to mug up the mathematical formulas and mathematical, theories and all those things. That was me in school. Without understanding, I just used to remember everything. Okay, so here they are testing our understanding of the technology, how much technology we understood. That is what they are testing actually. Commands are available literally on Google, but understanding we cannot get from Google, right? We need a human interaction to understand a technology. Okay, one more question. Can we get placement assistance? See, my friend, no one will provide you placement assistance. There are two different things actually. One is the institute where you will get the training. Other one is your, what you say, the people who provide placements. I'm just not getting that name. Consultancies. So you can just go to the consultancies, or you can go to LinkedIn, or you can go to your indeedjobs.com. You can go to, there are different sites available. You can go there and apply and search for the jobs. No one will provide you the placement assistance. It will be very easy for me to say yes. It will be lie actually. Why should I say yes actually, right? No, no one will provide you the assistance. Institute responsibility is to provide you the training, and the consultancy's responsibility is to provide you the job. So if you're good in your work, then company consultancy will take you to provide a job because they are getting some profit, right? So if you're good in your job, they are more happy to take your resume and process your resume to some companies. So do not expect placement from any training institute. If they are providing the job, then the fees can be, let's say, 2 lakh rupees, someone like 50,000 rupees. That will be a different case. Okay, fine. So yeah, thanks for your questions. Like I said to my friends, your questions will make sessions more interesting. I should know like how far we can go in a particular topic. So feel free to send your questions literally every day when we go with our regular classes from Monday. And one more thing, like, I'll share my email ID as well as my WhatsApp number after like couple of days when we start our regular classes. I'll share all the details with you so that, we can simply get in touch with me in case if you have any doubt. If I just go to my WhatsApp number as of now, I can show you there are many, many questions people have already sent me in last couple of days. So I'll just answer them at the earliest. If I just sit on my WhatsApp for daily like 10-15 minutes for like 3 to 4 sessions, I can answer many questions for many people. So that's the way I'll be approaching my training career in a way. So right now I'm just taking few classes here and there. So hopefully my experience will help you a lot in gaining the proper knowledge, understanding the technology in a way that it should be understood actually. Okay, so I guess no questions here, friends. We'll stop the session here. Again, I'll just wait for like 30 more seconds in case if I get any other question, or else we'll stop the session here, friends. And thanks a lot for everyone for joining the session. I just want to say
Yeah,
one thing
hi,
before.
Aman.
Yeah, Rupesh.
Aman, like this, I mean, migrating the servers to the cloud. These topics as well covered in this class, right?
Migrate Migration of top servers is a responsibility of a person who is having 6 to 8 years of experience. Always remember one thing: the term migration is a
Oh,
very important term in the technology. It will be done with a lot of planning actually. So as a fresher or as a 2 3 years of experience person, you will never go close to the migration service. I will show you where is the migration service, how what are the things we need to consider before migration and all those things. But as a
okay.
fresher or as a 2 3 years of experience person, you will never come close to the migration service. You will not be in that particular team as well. Migration is a responsibility of the senior most administrator. But again, that's a very big question you raised there. So I'll just, go through that migration service. I'll just show you like, okay, what are the things we need to consider and what are the services available and what are the steps we need to follow. Okay, that much I can do. But overall, there are certain things which will be done only by the senior person. If I say like I just joined the Indian cricket team today, for example, as a youngster, can I dream of becoming a cricket team captain within 1 month? Obviously no, right? Virat Kohli became the Indian team captain after playing for 10 years. So there is a process for everything, right? So migration is indeed a very big thing, but it's not done by you and it's not done by a person who is having 2 3 years of experience. About 6 7 8 years of experience with lot of different expertise on different technologies. These people will do the migration. There's a reason I said again and again, we should know what to learn, how much to learn. This is very important, my friend. We should know what to learn and how much to learn. Whenever we go to doctors, they will say you should know what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat, right? I hope you heard this, sentence from many doctors actually. Same logic applies here. We should know what to learn, how much to learn. Okay, so the thing I was saying before was, see, if you have already decided to go with this particular technology, if you have already decided to go in this particular career, I just want to say one thing here, my friend. You have selected a great career for yourself. Just try to stick to it. When you learn, where you learn, with whom you learn, it's up to you to decide. No one can force you. Maybe institute will call you once or twice. If you say no, they will not call you again. But I'm just trying to say something in a more friendly way. If you have already decided to go with this particular technology, there are many opportunities, many options. Literally every company is looking for these people, my friends. You have selected a great career. Just try to stick to it and learn things properly. Don't try to pressurize too much. You may see many things on internet, but whatever things you see on internet, it may not be like more authentic. It may not be genuine, and maybe they are not needed for you right now in your career. That is what I'm trying to say here. It's not needed for you right now in your career. So what you need there, you need to focus more because you are starting the career from that particular place. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming and thanks for spending some valuable time here with me. And hope to see you again on Monday at same time, 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. India Standard Time with the beginning of the Amazon Web Services. We'll start AWS on Monday at 9 a.m. And soon, within a week or 10 days, I'll be starting the Linux administration also. So next 50 days, probably 50 to 60 days, you'll complete AWS as well as Linux. Regular running classes will be there. Recorded sessions will be shared with you. Okay, so we'll complete these two courses in next 2 months. And in case if you have not understood certain topics in 2 months, my friend, my number is always with you. Okay, so you can ping me at any time. One more thing, if you follow the sessions regularly, there is nothing in these sessions, there is nothing in this technology which we cannot understand. I am saying this to everyone, even to a person who is a non-technical person. Every person can learn because every topic, every module, I'm starting from very basic and I'll take you to the advanced level. Done. Thanks a lot, friends. Good luck. Take care of your health and hope to see you again on Monday, 9 a.m. India Standard Time with the Amazon Web Services. Okay. I guess there is one more question here. I'll be sharing number after some days, Rupesh. Just try to understand there is certain protocol I need to follow. Once people register for this course, I can share the numbers only with those people. So I just need to wait for like few more days before I get the confirmation from the management about all the people who have joined this course. Then hopefully I can be more helpful to you in that particular order. Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot, friends. Bye. Take care. See you on Monday.